We got probably 2 to 3 inches on the ground, depending on how much burnt off. Well, I guess we'll see how our salt did. So we're gonna start hitting some of the sites that we don't have yearly contracts on, the per inch stuff, which tends to be more 24-hour locations, and we'll go from there. First time using this plow. Well, I've used the XLS many times. This is the first time using this exact plow. Let's get some of the front, and I'm gonna grab the skid steer and do some of that with that. It's just way easier to maneuver that machine over there than it is this one. So I got just a little bit here because I'm doing this one-handed. All right, cool. We're gonna go that way just a little bit. Whack this curb right here pretty good. So I didn't whack it with the plow, I just hit it with the track, but I don't want to break my track, so just gonna pop that little pile right there, and then we will look. It's not very often I get to get new stuff, so when I get new stuff, I want to be the one to use it first. It's kind of what's going on here. All right, that's done. Let's get some salt on it and go on to the next one. All right, we're here. Looks like these guys who do the mall are starting up equipment or just vibing. Well, we might as well go to our thing. Oh, look, they put even more mulch where we're supposed to put snow. Oh my god. So stupid, but whatever, I guess. Yeah. Well, let's get this loader started. Oh boy, that's cramp. Wow, there's either our salt worked really well or there's not a lot of snow here. I'm gonna oof. Turn on all those. Is there a windshield? Okay, where is my bag? Defrost. Turn that one on. Turn this on. Alright. Let's give her a minute. Oh boy. I'm gonna go plow that back area with the truck. Seriously? Not cool, dude. That curb. think there's definitely less snow on that parking lot because of the amount of salt we put down during the pre-treatment. Because it seems there's more snow back here, and we didn't really put much back here. Look at that. At least they left the gate open this time. Okay, well, this is my first time running this setup here. I have run Metal Pless in the past. There's actually a video of me running my buddy's Bobcat with Metal Pless, but this is my first time running this one on this loader. There's a couple things that I know don't like already, which is like having to switch by the steering wheel here, but yeah, but we'll change that down the road. I actually have a switch behind me over in the machine already. I have to wire it in, but the switch is for the switch is it's the same switch I have up here on the steering wheel, but it goes right over here on the joystick, and I want to put that one in so I can just play with the plow and the angling all on the joystick. But that includes a lot of wiring, which I'm not good at, so I need someone else to do it because I don't trust myself with this machine at wiring. But for now, this works perfectly fine. So I'll just stop talking and listen to my book on tape. Let you enjoy it. Maybe I'll say something here and there. Ah, boy. Whoops. Explain what's going on here is my guys don't come in for this site because we are This site only needs someone here all the time if it's open, and right now it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, so we don't need someone here 24/7. So I'm just doing this because one, I want to use this machine, and two, I want to try to scrape some of this stuff off so when my guy does come in later today, there's less stuff to scrape. hours later, my battery ran out in the loader, so I finished up there. My operator took over. You know, those guys up there, they're gonna finish up now. We got a lull in the storm, so it should pick up in another 2 to 3 hours. It should pick up again and drop another, they're saying 1/2 inch to around 2 inches max. So right now what we're doing is we're trying to clean everything up as best we can and get as much salt down as we can in order to make it so if we end up with 1/2 inch, it just burns right off and we can just salt it off. If we end up with more, then, you know, we'll just have to scrape it again, but 1 inch or 2 is not too much to worry about. So right now I'm just going around, I'm checking all the sites that the other crews have done and making sure everything's up to par. I'm calling some of the customers, checking in, making sure they're happy with everything and they are aware of the situation with the lull in the storm right now that could possibly bring more snow. So I'll check in when I get to my southernmost site. It's a Bed Bath & Beyond. We'll see how he's doing down there. All right, we're here. He's rocking it. Nice and clean. Just gotta get some of this walkway done. I can grab that with a shovel. Sweet. We could come down here and a little bit with some salt and have all this perfect. All right, I just showed him how to take the sides off the Kage. I forgot he'd never used that plow before. So he's just gonna clean up some of these areas a little bit. I'm gonna go grab this sidewalk. All right, that's it for this one. All right, well, it looks like the storm's over now. We're just salting everything. So it's a lot of places to salt, and we're short a couple salters still. I'm refilled on brine. I probably got this tank and a good half tank left, and then we should we'll be all out of brine, and hopefully we'll get everything salted over the next probably hour or so, and we'll see how it burns off. There's probably a couple little clippers that are gonna roll through here and kind of coat stuff again, so we'll keep an eye on it. There's definitely some hard pack. These main roads are not a good indication of where stuff should be, because the state just dumps salt on them constantly, so they always burn off a lot quicker than the actual parking lots. So most guys are still plowing. We're just doing our touch up and salt on most sites. So And after, then we'll send everyone home, and I'll probably stay out and just keep an eye on things, make sure it doesn't refreeze, and make sure nothing, make sure we get all those little spots that are missed with the bulk salting. So it's a process, but we're getting there. We're almost done. See, right now we're just getting this this slush stuff. We're just trying to clean it up a little more. Use a little less salt here. Little things like this that matter. Finally got filming and plowing down. So, alright, let's go spray some brine. Well, a friend of mine called and said all his trucks are down and asked if I could do some driveways. These driveways are no joke. Boy, what do I get myself into sometimes? Excuse me. Ooh. That is some driveway. But let's see if we can do it. Okay, we're on top, I think. Not really, this is, oh boy. There we go, that's better. All right, so we're gonna do here. This is why I don't plow driveways anymore. Well, I plow a couple, but they're all flat. This is the shit stuff you get. Try to spin around here. I will say though, I really do love this XLS for plowing driveways. If you're gonna do any driveway snow plowing, I would recommend, depending on how you do them, either get a one of these expanding plows or a V-plow. V-plow is definitely the best for the really oh boy, V-plow is definitely the best for the really deep snow and long driveways, because you just kind of punch through it. But these expanding plows are great for driveways because you can just do it in one pass. And you can move the with the scoop function, you can actually move the snow. So when you go around corners and stuff, you can manipulate it, which is great. Also, if you're doing driveways, I highly recommend not using a like a large embed salter. Get a tailgate salter. Unless you're doing a lot of salt and sand mix, get a tailgate salter. You can actually, there are tailgate salters you can get that will run salt sand mix. They're pretty expensive, but it's much better. These embed salters like mine, they just take away your what you can see. This is, I believe, my 13th driveway to help my friend out here, and they're all pretty bad. So there's a whole bunch of them. Definitely one trick is when you have steep driveways like this one, you should definitely drive up the driveway and plow down the driveway. Just with the type of snow we have today, it's this is a really sticky, wet snow. I only went up, I just kind of felt like going up, plowing up the driveway for once, and also I wanted to plow down it as well. So I go up and then plow down to try to scrape a little bit of this residue off. See, that's the problem with back dragging, is you always end up with a hump from driving over the snow. of places it's illegal to push across the road. Here it's not illegal, but it's frowned upon. If you do it, you should definitely clean up like all these side trails. That's actually the reason why it's illegal, because people leave these side trails, and there's actually, you see it a lot around here. Guys they'll just be lazy and they'll plow out one end of the driveway, especially with those horseshoe driveways, and they'll just leave the whole pile of snow that was in front of their plow just sitting there right in the middle of the road. Looks like someone tried backing up this driveway and plowing down. So they didn't get very far. So potential spam. I don't know anyone named potential spam. Okay, we'll flop that back in two-wheel drive. And that's that. So there you go. See, it's a little cleaner when you kind of plow up and plow back down. You kind of, because that way you can kind of hit it at both directions. But then we'll turn off our emergency lights and we're done. The storm is over, it's in the books, so I guess we'll go home and get some sleep for the first time in like 2.5 days. All right, well, we finished plowing. We got the trucks here. Angel's gonna start cleaning off these trucks. So the green one does driveways, the blue one's my truck, and apparently we pulled up a manhole cover. So I'm gonna go grab a shovel, a real shovel. I'm gonna go check that out and see what we gotta do there. Let's grab my gloves. So when we clean these plows, we bring the wings out so we can get everything. Oh boy. All right. Well, look at that. I guess it's somewhere in there. See, this right here is a great example of the epitome of cheapest bit. They have a storm drain here, and instead of placing the lid and installing it correctly, they just laid it on top of the drain. Like this bit here, this whole thing here is supposed to be underground. Ground level is supposed to be here. They just built the culvert up and just placed this right on top. Of course it's going to get moved with the plow. Well, it's almost 50 degrees, but there appears to be a couple inches of snow coming in tonight. I don't think it's going to do much. The ground temperature is way too hot for it to really stick. But we're gonna go do some pre-treating, mainly because it's in the contract. So I got the the liquid unit on. I'm gonna try to burn through the last 300 gallons I got of salt brine. All right, let's finish up this brine. I got that much in that tank. I have one more in the barn that is pretty much full. So this is our first victim. You actually got to make sure when you're drawing from these, you take these tops off. I actually collapsed one of these one year. I forgot to take the top off, and I drew from it, and the whole thing imploded because of the negative pressure. All right, we're just whacking this the driving lanes here real quick. This is one of our yearly contracts, so this one doesn't need any pre-treating, but they got some restaurants, and this storm's supposed to be from like 6 to I think midnight. So I just want to make sure that we get something down here before any stuff rolls through. You know, just make sure it's safe. Never hurts to be careful. Oop. I was wondering why it was so heavy on that side. It turns out my hose is a little hole in it. I don't have anything to cover up that hole with. I guess I'm just gonna have to roll with it. Shoot. So I gotta get a new hose. What is it? I think it's 1 inch. That should be 1 inch. All right, well, there you go. See, I was wondering, I was like, if you look, see how that side is so heavy compared to this side? Look at that. So that's our answer. Normally I have a huge problem with it, but right now I'm just trying to get rid of this brine, honestly. What's going on is I'm moving all my brine stuff. I'm setting up a shipping container with it, which is going to be in another video. So, but in order to do that, I need to be able to push all the containers around, the storage containers. So I'm just trying to use up what I have in storage. And we've had such a light year. I was hoping to do that within the first storm and then just make more. But it's been such a light year that we really haven't had anything. This is our, I don't know, this is probably the third time we've actually been applying any sort of material on anything. So I think it's starting to get worse. Now I just kind of want to try to get this stuff out before that hose breaks completely. All right, that's our hole right there. This so long. Yeah, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna cut this right here. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, infield repair, baby. This guy. Come on. Awesome. Okay, now. Okay. That's off. This oh wait, hold on. There we go. Okay, buddy, now we can do this. Whoa, you guys go further up. All right, so I cut it, shortened it, so hopefully now these puppies back and you down. Ow, that hurt. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, we can just throw this in the truck. Whew. Okay, cool. Now, turn that on. Perfect. I'm just gonna fix this real quick. Yeah. Okay, now I can go. Problem solved. Back to brine spraying. Where did my sunglasses go? Here they are. We don't need these anymore. We can pop those in there. Cool beans. All right. That's much better. All right, we are at our next site here. Let's get this going. Got about 50 gallons left, it looks like. Let's see if we can waste it. Uh-oh, that's not good. What the fuck? That's a huge problem now. That's gonna be a problem. This is so stupid. The whole freaking thing is... Okay, let's see if this works now. Okay, so I guess that's working for now. Bush fixed. So we're gonna take this with us and some extra string just in case. Now we gotta get out of here. Sweet. So it's sleeting pretty good right now. All right, well, we are here on our site. Everything is soaked. Why can't I get this into high gear? No, it's not that one. There it is. I thought the other day was sloppy. This is freaking ridiculous. Woo, with the straight. This one in, little less, and up. Look at that. What's going on? I put some salt brine down over on this big square section here. I'm not out of salt brine. Put a lot of salt on that little area up front there. This mid area we're gonna have to work on. I'm just trying to get as much of this stuff off the big part of the parking lot as possible for right now. So the big problem we're having here is the outside temp is cold enough to freeze, but the pavement temp is not quite there yet. But it's come down so fast that it's covered. Whoops. Okay. Plop that there. And the issue is that it's melting. It's hitting the ground, it's building up, and then it's melting. So what this is causing is that you have all this kind of built up ice and snow, because it's mainly sleeting at this point, so it's just built up sleet on top, and everything underneath is water. So when we go to push it, we're pushing the sleet, but it's mixing with the water and it's creating this kind of slush stuff, which is not great for trying to clean everything up, because we can't push it like forwards towards the areas where we want it. You can kind of see we have 1, 2, 3 piles, and then we kind of put it against the wall on the other side. But the issue is when it gets like this, you can't really move it. Like, you can't contain it like you would with a box pusher. So you're kind of stuck with just pushing it, going back and forth, pushing pretty much as much of it as you can to the side while moving a little bit to the front. It's just a huge pain in the butt. I made a simple corner and stacked it up, and I have pretty much 13 feet or so of stuff just flung out into the middle parking lot again. Oh, we're gonna go this way. Alright, well, that's it. I'm gonna go throw some salt and then we'll get out of here. Okay, so Angel left about, I don't know, an hour ago. He left, I put down some salt, and this is where we're at. This looks good. So we're down a blacktop everywhere. Back here it's a little more slushy, but that's okay. This is the colder part of the property, and I didn't what's it called? We didn't really do a second scrape on this, but this is all set. So there's some more salt on this. It'll burn off in about 30 minutes. So the rest of the parking lot is all clean, which is good. It really shows you the difference, like, because this back area was done by the plowing truck, and the front here was done by the loader with the Metal Pless. So you really see the difference in the scrape quality. I did not use a lot of salt. I think I used 1.5 yards for this whole thing, which is 9 acres of blacktop. So that's really good. So you got some nice piles going. Yeah, that's good. We got a couple inches, which is nice. So there's that one. That one got really big this storm. That one and the one we just drove by. There we go. Yeah, it's a decent amount of snow. Considering, like, it just looked like that parking lot over there. And you can see, now keep in mind too, it's, you know, it's been 60 degrees the last 2 days, so they've melted. But you can see this pile here, and this is the old one, and that's the new. So I'm happy. I'm gonna go head out now. These guys just showed up more recently. Yeah, as I was saying, the storm wasn't really on the radar. It was on the radar, but it kind of was supposed to be just a salting event. So it definitely dropped more than people thought we were gonna get. There's another loader over there. Well, guess we'll see you on the next thing.